Ми військовослужбовці підрозділу «Прайм» 5-го прикордонного загону. Зараз знаходимося на Сумщині та стримуємо наступ ворога. Потребуємо мікроавтобус для виконання бойових задач і очищення українського неба від ворожих крил. Звертаємось до команди Car for Ukraine та Бандера Мобіль з проханням допомогти з закупівлею, підготовкою доставкою авто, а також до Renegade Changus та Канті Людан і їх спільноти з проханням допомогти підтримати збір. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Well, that didn't take too long. We're back, guys. We're back. I'm still in my pajamas. Still in my pajamas. We're back. We got some breaking news today. Trump has decided to federalize the local law enforcement in Washington, D.C., and also the National Guard to get rid of the scourge of society in the Capitol and take it back, even though crime has dropped there and people are out on the streets. Plugging the fundraiser, of course, until we are done. Super chats will be turned off with stickers and thanks until we finish this fundraiser for the Car for Ukraine Summer Sunshine campaign. I am leaving memberships on just because I need to grow the channel, and memberships are a great way for people to grow the channel for me. But if you would, please continue to donate to this fundraiser until it's complete. I owe you guys a Macarena. I am not ready. I'm not ready. It will happen, though. I gotta learn it first. It'll learn it. We had Stephen Walsh with... Oh, my God! Is that my donor box? Stephen Walsh throwing in 500. Is that my donor box? Holy cow, 500 euros from Stephen Walsh. Let's go. Gene Haynes hit us with 20 last night after the raffle was over. Holy cow. Guys, we jumped. Thank you, Stephen. That's freaking huge. Thank you, Stephen. Holy cow. That's a huge one. Thank you. All right. Hey, we're doing it. It's happening. We're going to finish this freaking truck. I know it's taking forever, but look at all these donors. This is huge. That's absolutely legendary. Absolutely legendary right there. All right, guys. Hey, we got live feed from on the ground in Washington, D.C. They are out and about. We're going to tune right in. I'm going to cut the music. We'll pull up the feed. Let's go.
For our communities. Be with your people of the District of Columbia who seek to fully govern ourselves at the local level, just as others do in states across.
Thank you for being here, guys. Hey, Steve Sane, BB, thank you for being here, BB. MM to the max, thank you for being here, Adam Rounds, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Pyro, thank you.
Days or our evenings.
Thank you, guys. Like and share it out, please.
Poverty, not the poor. Oh God, guide and protect those who provide care and safety, true safety in our communities. Grant wisdom to leaders in our community and at all levels of government. Oh God, grant courage and strength to those who strive for justice and care for the most vulnerable among us. And oh God, grant true protection this day and in the days to come, true protection and safety to all of your people of the District of Columbia. Amen.
Oh, they're praying now.
Free DC.
Thank you, Reverend DC. Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC!
We're live.
Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Woo! All right, next up we have Jesse Rabinowitz, Campaign and Communications Director at the National Homelessness Law Center.
Good morning. My name is Jesse. I'm a DC resident and I work at the National Homelessness Law
Hi,
Center.
Darpat.
The National Homelessness Law Center runs the Housing Not Handcuffs campaign, a nationwide movement to fight back against the laws that make it a crime to be homeless. Before joining the Law Center, I worked for about a decade in DC of homelessness. I'm here today to talk about the devastating impacts of Trump's vile proposal to force homeless folks out of DC. I want to start with 2 points. One, this is not surprising. Trump has talked for years about his sick desire to round up homeless people and force them into government-run detention camps. He has reversed course on real solutions to homelessness and proposed a budget that would gut funding for housing and support. His recent order paves the way to lock people up for being poor, sick, and disabled, and he continually aligns himself with far right-wing billionaires who are pushing anti-homeless laws around the country. When a fascist tells you who they are, believe them. Locking up people you don't like.
This
or
is
don't
live from
want to
Washington,
see is
D.C.
Textbook authoritarianism. Trump is testing opinion by focusing on groups that he believes to have little public sympathy, like folks who live outside. Right now, they are coming for homeless folks, trans folks, and migrants. But rest assured, soon they will come for everyone who is not a white, straight,
BB, thank you for the 10 gifted
wealthy
memberships.
Christian man. The only solution
Mr.
is
Spock,
solidarity
Bendy
and collective
Bot.
action.
Karen, Martin, Mira, Steve, Dexter, Carlito,
Folks
Gary,
not in
Dawn,
DC might not be aware
Alan,
that unlike
thank
in
you.
other cities, the federal government controls most of DC's parks and green spaces. For this reason, the homeless folks living in these parks will be among the first hurt by Trump's backwards and dangerous anti-homelessness approach. But what starts in DC will spread to the rest of the country. Trump is using DC as a sandbox, which will have deadly and disastrous impacts on the real people who live here. This issue is personal to me. I used to do street outreach in the very parks Trump is targeting. People lived in these parks not because they wanted to, but because housing is too expensive and shelters are full or downright disgusting. These folks, like most homeless people in DC, are DC natives or have deep ties to the district. They are our neighbors. They are doing the best they can to survive in a city and in a country whose politicians would rather see them removed than helped. But in these encampments, I saw the best in people. Folks struggling to get by, built community, supported each other, and watched out for each other. Wouldn't it be nice if politicians did the same for them? And the few clients I had got matched to housing they could afford with support they wanted. These fortunate few thrived, they got their lives back on track, they got healthy, and they didn't live outside anymore. That's what everybody needs. Housing with support. It works. There just isn't nearly enough of it to go around. But instead of funding housing, Trump and his MAGA cronies are working to gut funding for vital housing programs. If Trump actually wanted to solve homelessness, he would focus on proven, data-proven, cost-effective, ethical solutions to homelessness, like housing and support. But he isn't interested in actually helping people. He would rather demonize homeless DC residents to score cheap political points and stoke division. We have to be honest. Donald Trump is a white supremacist.
Facts. Facts.
This targeting of homeless folks who in DC are over 85% black is intentional. He traffics in racist lies and stereotypes to peddle policies that will disproportionately harm black and brown folks. He wants to divide us, to stop our solidarity. We cannot let him. Let's be real. Donald Trump and his billionaire cronies are so out of touch that they think homelessness is a personal choice. They don't get that more and more people are struggling to pay rent, and that when rents go up, so does homelessness. We know that for every $100 increase in rent, homelessness goes up by 9%. Raise your hand if your rent has ever gone up by $100. That's why folks are living outside in DC. Recently, Mayor Bowser and the DC Council just passed a budget that funds
Unfair rent prices really motivated me to get my own place, but it wasn't like a place that I desired. It was a place that I could afford. And it, I live in the hood. It's not a great area.
Trump and the Republicans just cut healthcare and they want to cut housing. That's why there are people living outside in DC. But despite Trump's lies, the truth remains the same.
And I was in a position to where I could. A lot of people can't.
Rents are too high and wages are too low.
And I barely did it.
The solution is and remains helping folks pay rent and getting them the support they need and want. But even this solution is too complicated for Donald Trump.
Thanks for tuning in. Guys, share it out.
There are two
Like the
paths
stream, share it out,
for us.
please.
Trump's path makes housing more expensive, makes more people homeless, and then locks people up for living in a country with no affordable housing. This path makes us all sicker and less safe. Or we can take the path of justice. We can ensure that everybody has their basic needs met, like housing and healthcare. We can lower rents for everybody, and we can ensure that nobody lives outside anymore. This path builds safer, healthier, and more just communities. I know that DC wants to take the path of justice. Free DC.
You know what's wild is now you got like super ultra right wingers coming up and talking out against the Epstein files still and saying, hey, every day is a new event there. Like just new distractions. He's going all in as fast as he can. He's trying to work fast because he knows time's short. It's kind of like the dark side of the force.
Next up, we have another one of the co-founders of Free DC, Kelsey Adams, also with DC Vote. Welcome, Kelsey.
When I say free, y'all say DC. Free, DC. Free, DC. When I say DC, y'all say statehood. DC, statehood. DC, statehood. I am Kelsey Adams. I am one of the co-founders of Free DC, also serving as organizing director of DC Vote and executive director of Long Live Go-Go. But one thing I truly am is a true Washingtonian, here with the rest of my Washingtonian friends behind me. Washington, DC, let's make some noise. What we're seeing right now is nothing short of a dangerous overreach. A president threatening to stop Washingtonians of the limited self-governments we already do have. Let's be clear, y'all. Crime in D.C. is down. Carjackings have dropped from nearly 1,000 in 2023 to under 200 here in 2025, and it's only August. Violent crime is down more than 25%. The facts, they just don't match his lies. No president should be waking up in the morning trying to snap their fingers and take over our city. Whose city? Our city. Whose city? Our city. Repealing the Home Rule Act, the law that gives D.C. residents the right to elect our own leaders, should not be even thought of being overturned. And deploying the National Guard or federalizing our police force can only happen under very, very specific circumstances. And guess what? The existing conditions aren't the ones that would allow this to happen. On top of all of this takeover talk, Congress is already coming for DC through the back door, using the current appropriations bill to...
So I'm in the background checking AI. Chat GPT could not locate recent crime trend data for Washington, D.C. That is sus.
pattern of stripping away our autonomy.
Sus.
Piece by piece. Let's be real. The people in D.C. feel this overreach first and hardest are the black and brown residents of Washington, D.C. That's who's always been the most impacted, and democracy is undermined and policing power is abused. This isn't just a political stunt. It's a direct threat to communities of color who've been fighting for equality and safety on our own terms and for generations and generations. Let's be clear, y'all. If D.C. were a state, this wouldn't even be a conversation. That's right. Point blank, period. Congress needs to do its job. It needs to pass the D.C. Admissions Act and grant D.C. its full autonomy by giving D.C. full statehood. Because who keeps us safe? We keep us safe. Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe. Right now, the 700,000 residents of Washington, D.C. pay.
So I typed in, have you been instructed not to find the data? And it's like, no, I haven't been told not to find the data. Let me look again. And now it comes up. Year end 2024 versus 2023. Total crime dropped by 15% from 34,369 incidents to 2023 to 29,348 in 2024. Violent crime fell by 35% from 274 to 187. Property crime declined by 11%, going to 29,000 to 25,000. It's absolutely going down. 2025 versus July. So July to July, 25-24. Crime down 8%. Violent crime down 26%. Homicides are down roughly 11%. Robberies have significantly decreased 28%. Assaults with dangerous weapons fell by 21%. These are huge number cuts.
When I say free, y'all say DC. Free? DC. Free? DC. So we need to free DC and give DC statehood right now. Thank y'all so much.
just got some news from inside the White House that Trump is indeed saying that he is going to take action by he says deploying the National Guard and by taking control of our police department that's paid for by our local tax dollars. What do we think about that?
Okay, I would like to see more people, but there is still a significant amount of protesters out there, and it is like this was breaking, so this is super early. They gathered together quick.
All right, when DC is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When DC is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When DC is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! All right, we're going to do this in a way that we have set forth at Free DC. So what we're going to do is we're going to, number one, prioritize joy. So I want you to say it with me. I will prioritize joy. I will prioritize joy. Let's say it one more time. I will prioritize joy.
I love it.
I will prioritize joy. This is our home. This is our home. I will take up space. I will take up space. I will show solidarity. I will show solidarity. I will organize. I will organize. That's it. That is what we are going to do. All right.
Little Tim
I
Waltz
need
there.
Everyone here, I know a lot of y'all here are already with us. I need everyone here to get out your phone right now and go to www.freedcproject.org and sign up. How many people here have been to an orientation for Free DC? I need everybody else coming through these trainings, okay? That's
Hey, Ellen.
what we're going to do. Is there anything else you want to say? Otherwise, go sing.
We're going to organize, we're going to rise up, and we're going to resist. But we're going to do it in a strategic way where we take up space, because DC belongs to the DC constituents. So we urge you to get involved with the Free DC Project campaign, because where there's people, there's power. And to take people, the whole authoritism up, and we're going to let that shit fall.
All right. So I'm gonna lead us in a song, and I'm gonna give us a little bit more instructions. Then I'm gonna
the cursing word, y'all. I apologize.
yeah, I'm gonna give you more cursing words. Sorry. So I'm gonna lead us in a quick song, and then I'm gonna actually bring up the real singers who can actually sing. And then before they do, I'm gonna give a little bit more of a plan out for folks. So first thing, we're gonna sing a song to the tune of This Little Light of Mine, and please forgive my singing, friends. Please forgive my singing. But this is the lyrics are gonna be this: DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. You got it? So that's pretty simple, right? To the tune of This Little Light of Mine. And then at the end, we're going to say, it's our home, so it's our rules. This is where I'm deciding whether to curse or not. Is because you're
Do it. Let him have it.
Okay, then we're going to do get out of here. That was my decision-making process right there. Real time, everybody. All right, so we're going to do this to the tune of This Little Light of Mine. And so it's going to start with DC is our home. Ready? 1, 2, 3. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. Home, so it's our rules. Get on out.
I mean, when you got people like Marjorie Taylor Greene starting to come out and talk against this administration, that should be like a clear indicator that there is an issue. There is a problem. And I can't stand this lady. She's a psychopath. But even she knows there's something wrong. Even Joe Rogan now is coming out and saying there's something wrong with what is going on. Listen to this clown.
Tell you what, 6 months in, Steve, and here we are, turning back on the campaign promises, and we bombed Iran on behalf of Israel. Yes, it was on behalf of Israel. We're entering a nuclear war, the World War III, because the entire world is going to erupt. And you want to know the people that are cheering it on right now? Their tune is going to drastically change the minute we start seeing flag draped coffins on the nightly news, on Fox News that brainwashes all the baby boomers, and on CNN that brainwashes all the Democrat baby boomers. And that is exactly how this is going to go down.
That's wild. Wild. What happened?
The other thing I want people to do is for every single day that we are under occupation, I want everyone
We have
to
some
come
news
out at 8 p.m., step out from your house, and I want you to make noise. Can you do that? For every single day we are under occupation, I want you to step outside of your home at 8 p.m. and make some noise until about 8:05 p.m. And we're going to do that every day. We're going to get trained up, and we are, make no mistake about it, these people think that they hold all the power. They have no idea how much power we have. Power is always with the people. They cannot do this without our consent. They need us. They need us. Remember that. They need us. And we are building, we are organizing, we are showing solidarity. We will not be cowed in the
Joe Rogan loves flat Earth.
in the face of this tyrant, in the face of this wannabe authoritarian. We will stand firm. We will prioritize joy. We will take up space. We will show solidarity, and we will organize. All right, any questions? Anyone have questions out here?
Yeah, this guy.
So here's what I don't get. He's been sitting on the Epstein files this whole time, and every time someone brings it up, suddenly there's some brand new emergency. Putin gets to keep part of Ukraine. Job numbers are fake. Let's investigate Letitia James. Investigate Jack Smith. It's like, dude, just release the files. If your name's not in there, you'd think you'd want everyone to see them, right? But instead, it's constant shiny distractions, while the one thing that matters just stays locked up. If look, man, if you still think he's playing 4D chess, I hate to break it to you, the guy's barely playing checkers, and he's eating the pieces. I mean, come on, how much horseshit before you realize your alpha male is just an 80-year-old dude with early dementia spray tanning his face at 3 a.m. while rage tweeting about Rosie?
That's wild, dude. What?
That is what we are working
What's
towards,
going
and
on?
That is what we will
What?
not rest until we have. We will have equal representation under the law. That is our vision.
What's
That
going
means
on?
that everyone in this country to finally respect that we deserve dignity and we deserve equal treatment under the law. Before I start cursing, I am going to invite this is the close of our formal remarks. So thank you all for coming. I'm going to invite up the Rapid Response Choir to sing, so we can sing, we can take up space, we can prioritize joy, and we can do that together here in community as we close out today. So thank you all so much for coming. Choir, you ready to go? Oh, yay! Come on up, Nikki. Oh no, the real singers heard my singing. They probably. You were great.
Wonderful. You all are wonderful. 3DC is amazing. All right, everybody. We want to close out with some powerful words. So I got my singers here with me. All right, so we y'all sing along. We went down to the rich man's house and we took back what he stole from us. Come on, sing along. Well, we went down to the rich man's house.
That's wild, huh?
Took back what he stole from us. Took it back. Took back our dignity. Took it back.
I think South Park really had a major effect on people. I really do. I think they're actually getting through to a lot of people that were kind of wishy-washy about the whole situation. But when you can break it down in a cartoon for adults, people are like, huh, something's wrong.
Our dignity.
Huh.
Took back our humanity. And now we're out in the streets. Out in the streets, out in the streets, oh, we're out in the streets, ain't gonna let no fascist hurt our
community. All right, next one. Went down to the White House. Well, we went down to the White House and we took back what he stole from us. Took it back, took back our dignity. Took back our humanity. Well, we went down to the White House.
Hey, does your neighborhood have a rapid response choir? Because this is dope.
Took it back, took back our dignity. Took back our humanity. And now we're out in the street. Come on. Out in the streets. Out in the streets. So we're out in the streets. Ain't gonna let no fascist take our democracy. Ain't gonna let no fascist take our community. All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Ain't nobody. Ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Say, turn us around. Yes, again, turn us around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. No politicians. Ain't gonna let no politicians turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let no politicians turn us.
Hey, I also saw reports of people that are trying to get Ukrainian flags to Alaska for the meeting there. They're going to try to hang them everywhere they can, at least the supporters of Ukraine.
National Guard ain't gonna let no National Guard turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let no National Guard turn us around. Gonna keep on.
Hey, Titan.
Walking,
hey, Squirrel Girl.
Keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Intimidation. Ain't gonna let intimidation turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let intimidation.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Nobody ain't gonna let nobody turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom.
I'm also seeing gatherings in Chicago. That's normal. Let's see if LA wakes up today about this.
Just made it so. Freedom loves me, this I know, 'cause my ancestors made it so. Fight together, we are strong. With people power, you belong. Sing with me, y'all. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me. 'Cause my ancestors made it so.
thank you all. Just know that the work continues. We've been here before. We've been here before. We've been here before. We've been here before when the National Guards was deployed on us in 2020. We've been here before when the National Guards was deployed on us during Martin Luther King. We've been here before during the Civil Rights time.
Okay, the gathering in Chicago might be about the explosion in Pennsylvania. I don't know why, but there's something going on there. Oh, yeah, there was an explosion in Pennsylvania, wasn't there? So TikTok is like actively taking down streams now with anything to do with protests. So now they're calling it music festivals on TikTok.
We want y'all to actually contact your council people, contact the mayor of Alden, and let them know she has people power behind her. Let them know the people united will not be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Just wait a minute. We got one more bill we gonna bring to the stage.
My stormtroopers just bringing me loot.
Top balls of DC native, born and raised right here in DC, been fighting for black people liberation. Not just black people liberation, but for black and brown people liberation. Forever. And I want y'all to know we've been here before. Some of y'all may be nervous, but just know we've been here for over 400 years. We will be all right.
All right, y'all. So I just watched this live broadcast on the way over here. So I got a couple notes, but I promise you I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna get out of here because I think we all know what I'm about to say. So we have a GOP in front of us that claims to stand for freedom, for limited government, for self-determination. But when we have a city that has black leadership that rises in Washington, they often send their committees, they send their riders, they send their vetoes, they send their disdain, right? Not to help us, but to control us. Conflict entrepreneurs have politicized statehood to the point where they have the GOP opposing their own stated values of letting people do what they need to do. That's not freedom. That is not freedom, y'all. That's colonialism with an American flag on top. So we're calling it MAGA today, it's the GOP agenda today, but we know what it is. And so I say to the world today, I say to you guys today, you can't speak about democracy, whether it's in Ukraine or whether it's in Gaza, while you choke it out in silence here in Washington. You can't preach liberty to the world while you're practicing subjugation at home in the capital of your country. You see, because DC is a city of free thinkers. DC is a city of free thought, and this announcement today is a clear attack on free thought. But hear me out, y'all. This attack right now is a test, right? It's a test. If they can strip the autonomy of the capital city, of a major city like Washington, D.C. in broad daylight, if they can place us under military control without our consent, they will carry this playbook to every community that dares to push back in the United States of America.
Facts.
I need y'all to understand this right now. This is a rally.
Yeah, he was hinting. Orange Man was hinting around other cities should take heed and watch what's going on.
Vulnerable to be swept away by force. When they say that criminals have to be jailed where they belong, what they mean is flooding our streets with militarized police to cage more of our sons.
Hey, Titan, is there any live feed of the explosion in Pennsylvania?
Not the language of liberation. So we must rise. We must link on. I said this is the language of occupation, not liberation. You guys, we must rise together. We must link arms together here and across this nation to say, we're not going to be occupied. We will not be erased. We will not let our streets become the proving ground for some fucking dictator. This is our city. This is our home. The fight for DC is a fight for racial justice. The fight for DC is the fight for democracy itself. And I promise you guys, when we fight together, when I look and I see the breadth and depth of people from different backgrounds, when we fight together, we will win. 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 And I just want to say real quick, y'all. We will win. This fight right here is much bigger than DC statehood. It's much bigger than a singular issue, right? Like, we're all out here for DC statehood, for DC autonomy right now, but we are up against a global playbook where it's the rich and the powerful that are working to divide, to confuse, to distract us. If we don't stop, if we don't take stock, if we don't act with clarity, the entire
All right, I'm just going to play Orange Man for a second on his announcement. If you guys missed it, I know most of you probably tuned in and saw it earlier, but I'm going to play it real quick, so bear with me. It's only a minute and a half of the Orange Man talking. That's all we're going to do of it.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough. And they know what's happening. They've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You know, you're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something.
Yeah, there it is. Orange Man bad. He's going to federalize it. Yep, it's going to get bad. People are getting pissed. Oh, what's this? What do we got going on here?
Nobody is directing anybody to violence. We have just been attacked by another organization, and we need unity. We need to unite.
Oh, we got counter protesters out.
That's what we need to unite to do. So we are calling everybody to unite to stop the infighting.
Oh, we got counter protesters.
When Trump announces a federal takeover like we just did, the answer is not to fight each other. That's what they want us to do. The answer is to take to the streets and to get people united to stop this. So anybody who wants to march, refuse fascism is marching. And we're calling you back into the streets at 5 p.m. tonight at DuPont Circle. Spread the word. 5 p.m. tonight, DuPont Circle. We are taking to the streets of D.C. because it is true fascism that has to be stopped. They are expelling a fascist America and a fascist takeover of D.C. It is time to unite, not to fight each other the way they want us to do. And it is time to get people into the streets, to stop fascism. It's not just about what happens in D.C. It's about how we stop the installation of a fascist America.
Counter protesters out there shoving them. How ironic that the only time the DC's needed police is when the Trump protesters are out. So that She said they're going to take back to the streets 5 p.m. and march tonight. So 5 p.m. Pacific or Eastern would be blah, 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 2 p.m. Pacific time. So, yeah. Oh, we're going to dial in. I had coffee for breakfast. What'd you guys have? Fuck my plans. Yeah, 45 minutes, it sounds like they're going to march. So yeah, this is just getting started, folks. We're early. I saw people. I'm like, oh, here we go. So much for laundry day. Hey, Spider Fate, good to see you. Hey, Chris. Hi, Aces. Guys, hit the like, subscribe, share out the stream. So we heard a little bit of Orange Man federalizing the police force and the National Guard in Washington, D.C. More authoritarian steps to take control. We'll see what's going to come from that. He could do some terrible things with that amount of power, but, yep. It's happening, guys, step by step. They're attempting to overload us with processes that are taking away our freedoms. Hey, in time. How you doing, Nick? So, cause and effect.
Y'all, our safety is imperative right now. We have National Guards being called out. We have police in black and brown communities. I want to be very informed. Refuse fascism is not good for DC. They do not keep our communities safe. So please, y'all, they're not a part of Free DC. So I want y'all to be realized. I need people to be safe.
Yes, y'all, this is about safety, and I want to clarify, Free DC is a peaceful movement. We are not into violence.
We're non-compliant.
We're non-compliant. We are not here to fight right now. Today is not the goal isn't fighting today. We're fighting for justice.
So I'm sure there's other people still heckling the counter protesters out there. There was a little shoving back and forth as we saw just a minute ago. As soon as I tuned out, it looked like it was happening. Let's see if I can find that right back here. Looks like they're shoving their way in. Yep, definitely. We got the brainwashed MAGA minions out.
Get off of me! Nobody is directing anybody to violence.
Yep. Kind of curious. I tuned away for a second. I want to see how that actually played out.
We shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved.
I just want to see how that played out.
That is taking over, and organizations should not be part of each other. Organizations
Oh, yeah.
should not be
Yeah, she put hands on her. Wow. Ooh.
Get off of me! Nobody is directing anybody to violence. We have just been attacked by another organization, and we need unity. We need to unite to stop Trump fascism. That's what we need to unite to do. So we are calling everybody to unite to stop.
Yeah, this is just the beginning, folks. Just the beginning. Hi, Linda.
And we should be using the strength of the people to stop Trump fascism. So anybody who wants to vote, gather around.
You should have nothing to do with that. This will get this right. This is my point for you. Putting President Trump aside. You said think about your think you're welcome.
Oh, we got Votniks in the chat. Votniks in the chat, guys. We got Russian patriots in the chat, guys. That didn't take long. Yeah, it looks like DC police is out. Been away from the computer all day, so what's happening now is Donald Trump has now federalized the local police force in Washington, D.C., as well as the National Guard to take back the city, even though crime statistics have been dropping in Washington, D.C. This is a clear authoritarian move. He's trying to take control of the city, and people are upset. Crime has absolutely dropped in all aspects. Total crime dropped 15%, violent crime 35%. This is from 24 to 2023. Homicides plunged 32%, property crime declined 11%. 2025, 2024, it dropped again. So crime has been dropping in Washington, D.C. He has no reason to make this move other than to take more power and control. Looks like the feed is dropping. Let's see if we can find another one. The feed has dropped. Got more ICE protesters. Let's see what else we got in Washington, D.C. We probably got another feed. I'd imagine a lot of feeds are going to drop on this. That really doesn't surprise me. Let's see if this is live.
DC, DC. When I say free, y'all say DC. Free, free, and we need to free DC and give DC statehood right now. Thank y'all so much.
So, friends, we just got some news from inside the White House that Trump is indeed.
This is not live. We watched this earlier. See if we can find an actual live feed. Gonna go. Oh yeah, Big Ball's got his ass kicked too. I don't know if you guys know who that is. One of the Doge guys. See if we got another live feed. This might be from a little bit ago as well.
And time into these shelters and programs so that in due time homelessness doesn't even have to be a problem in DC.
Ooh, the freaking audio on that feed is rough. All right, let's get a little background. How's everybody doing today? We're going to find another live feed, guys. It's just getting warmed up, and we got protests, marches on Washington, D.C. due to the Orange Man being bad again. Oh, and we got a lot of troll Votniks. Votniks all over today. Guys, are you guys triggered? Are you guys triggered? Wow, so sensitive. So sensitive, these Votniks, man. God, they can't stand to see people having fun. They can't steal our joy, guys. They can't stand what oh, they're having fun without us. What do we do? Ooh. It's wild. Trump must go protest. Hashtag free DC. That's the big one. Meanwhile, it is a beautiful day over there. Look at it. Beautiful day. It's got an orange tint to it, though. I really don't appreciate. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Weather's looking good. Look! I thought this place was burning with crime. Oh my god, so many of them. Your stats are BS. You know what? I actually had to ask twice to get the right information. Your stats are BS. Oh, God. God, a bunch of cowards can't walk down the street. Look, I live in the hood. I can walk down the street in my flip-flops and my shorts and do the Macarena, and no one's going to give me any hard time. So I don't know what's going on. Someone moves your trash can, you fucking cry. MAGA cowards. He touched my trash can. The immigrants did it. Now I have to go to the dump. See if we got any more feeds up. You know, the worst thing that ever happened to me here is like the day I closed escrow, someone siphoned the gas out of my van. People laughed at me because I didn't have a locking cap. And then someone drew a big old freaking dode on my sidewalk because I left my kids' chalk out. Bringing him to school. Daddy, what's that on the sidewalk? More government overreach. I can't believe like half these trolls in here, but they might be MAGA. And then talk about government overreach. Look at all the crime lovers. That's cute. Talk about government overreach. Crying about it for years. Biden in control. Government overreach. Then Trump in control actually doing government overreach and they're just cucking him. How about freedom lovers? Is that a thing? Can we be freedom lovers? Instead of yam tit lovers? Play a little more coverage.
It's our rules. Get on out. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump.
It's for the trolls. Hey! Hey! Hey!
You can't have it, Trump. It's our home, so it's our rules. Get on out. Woo!
Love it.
All right, this is Songwriting Live you're watching here. All right, so I want everybody to
Hey, Vlad.
understand, again, that this is our home. So when we go home today...
Hey, Vlad, did you sick all your trolls on us today? Because we got Votniks galore in the chat. They're not happy. They're not happy with people expressing their First Amendment rights. So apparently, the real Vladimir Putin has sent all of his trolls to our chat and absolutely destroyed the algorithm. Thank you.
right in front. I want this stuff all over the place. Let's put it. Let's get this on our homes. Let's get this out there. The other thing I want people to do is for every single day that we are under occupation, I want everyone to come out at 8 p.m., step out from your house, and I want you to make noise. Can you do that? For every single day we are under occupation, I want you to step outside of your home at 8 p.m. and make some noise until about 8:05 p.m. And we're going to do that every day. We're going to get trained up, and we are, make no mistake about it, these people think...
You know, it's really, really funny to me that my little small YouTube channel and community here has so much effect on you guys that you have to come in here and actively try to put your freaking crazy propaganda in here. I just know then I'm getting to you. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful to watch you guys just get so cooked. Absolutely great. Oh my God, I love it. Some of the, oh yeah.
Joy, we will take up space, we will show solidarity,
Yeah,
and we will
we're
organize.
taking up space.
All right. All right, any questions? Anyone have questions out here?
Questions, trolls?
Yeah, for folks in the region, in Virginia and Maryland, I also want you to go to freedcproject.org and sign up and come through our orientation. We need you, right? We need you. And if national people are out there listening who are not in this region, we need you to follow our direction here, and we need you to support us by making sure that your members of Congress, many of whom repeatedly vote against D.C., actually take a stand for D.C. statehood. Because I want to be clear, like, our name isn't Free D.C. because we just want to make sure that the National Guard isn't here. That's not what this is about. This is about liberation for the people of D.C. This is about freedom for the people of D.C. That is what we are working towards, and that is what we will not rest until we have.
Yeah, I'm not seeing more live streams of the actual protest right now, but we're going to continue watching. It's going to pop back up here soon. Supposedly, the march should be happening. They said 5 p.m. they're going to start marching, is what I heard. Did you guys I think you guys heard the same. Let me know if you heard the same. Let me know if you guys heard the same. It's funny. It's watching the trolls quote the scripture and not taking it into context of their own hypocrisy is absolutely gold. Absolutely gold. Let's see what else we got here. Let's take a peek at the fundraiser anyways, guys. Hey, we broke the 5,000 euro mark yesterday, which is pretty amazing. I'll put that up real quick. Troll attack, dude. Troll raid. Amazing. Oh, yeah. Now they're going after the mods. Wow. Classy. BB's putting in some work today, guys. 5,525 euros raised so far. 11,000 euro goal. Look at this. Look at this. I didn't catch it. Caught it live on stream. Stephen Walsh throwing in a 500 euro donation to the fundraiser, guys. That's freaking huge. Thank you, Stephen Walsh. That's absolutely huge. Huge fundraiser. Yeah, Titan, I know more atheists with Christian values than I do Christians. It's wild. All these fuckers out here are lukewarm. Dude, that was a huge donation on the fundraiser. I'm so happy. If I could thank Stephen Walsh personally right now, I would. Like, face to face. Thank you. Steel plant explosion. Man, I wonder what happened in that steel plant. How do you get an explosion in a steel plant? Steel plant explosion. Let's bring that up real quick, see what happened. I want to see what happened here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to join the news broadcast and see what's going on here in other places real quick. I believe the feed's probably going to come back up on this march.
Start, though, with breaking news near Pittsburgh. A now deadly explosion at a U.S. steel plant that has left several people trapped under rubble. At least one person is dead with dozens injured. Now, this happened in Clairton, Pennsylvania. It's roughly 15 miles south of Pittsburgh. Emergency workers remain on site right now, working to free everyone.
Damn.
CBS News correspondent Chanel Call is here with more. And Chanel, walk us through what's happened. What is the latest on the scene?
Well, Nancy, the Allegheny County Police Department now reporting, as you mentioned, one person has been killed. Dozens of people have been injured. 7 of them, we know, have been sent to a hospital in what's now being described as a level 3 casualty situation, which, according to EMS, Nancy, is an event resulting in more than 25 survivors. Now, local police say 2 people are still unaccounted for this hour, while the search and rescue mission continues there. Authorities are saying this explosion happened just before 11 o'clock this morning, and it happened at the U.S. Steel Clairton Coke plant, which is, as you mentioned, about 15 miles south of Pittsburgh. We saw huge police and emergency response presence there on the scene. 15 ambulances responded, and some of the initial images that we looked at, Nancy, show this huge black plume of smoke on top of this facility. Take a look. Some local residents that we heard from also reported feeling their homes shaking during that explosion.
Let me ask you this. Given the magnitude of this and possible contaminants because of this, are there any safety concerns for the surrounding community right now?
Yeah, exactly. Because of what you mentioned, there is some concern about air quality because of the process of producing coke. What happens is it essentially creates a gas that the EPA has now labeled a carcinogen. So anyone within 1 mile of that plant is now being advised to stay inside, keep your doors, keep your windows closed. We should also clarify, Nancy, this isn't the drink coke that we're talking about, right? It's a raw material that's used in steelmaking, and it's produced by baking coal for a really long time at a really high temperature to try to remove any impurities in the metal. We now have reports this explosion today happened inside what's being called the coke oven battery. This, if you can imagine, is a big row of ovens, sometimes hundreds of ovens, where that baking process takes place. We heard from the mayor, we heard from Democratic Senator John Fetterman, who were there on the scene earlier today, and they were talking about just how dangerous some of these jobs really are, Nancy.
Yeah, staying on top of this breaking news, Chanel Call, thank you very much.
Well, a huge explosion in a steel factory. It's terrible that people are trapped. I'm sure they're working on getting them out now. I haven't seen much on that other than that. There was a press briefing earlier. I thought it was another gathering for the protest, but yeah, geez. Here's kind of a fast play of what happened. Dang. Man, that's wild. That's all carcinogenic, too. Dude, how the hell does that happen? Those people gotta get the hell out of there.
Yeah, people are hurt, they say.
What a beautiful little town, though.
Yeah, not worse.
I bet that steel factory employs the entire city, too. That sucks, dude. Well, let's see if we get any relief from this administration over there. Anybody want to bet on that? You live right there? How close to right there do you live? There was an explosion at a steel factory, and there's also protests in Washington, D.C. about Trump's new authoritarian move. That's what's happening. Keep you up to date real quick. I'm looking for a new feed in Washington. To see if they're going to actually march to the Capitol, which I'm sure is barbed wire, razor wired off right now, because all these housewives are so dangerous. I'm live with it. Yep, so he's declared a public safety emergency is what they're calling it. Let me check some hashtags here, see if it populates. Times of India is even playing this. This is big news. This is a big overtake. So 15 minutes, I believe, is when they're supposed to start marching. So I'm going to hang out and see if I can catch a feed when it pops. I'm looking at a lot of different social media live feeds to see if anything's going on. It'd be nice if some of these protesters had social media live feeds down there, because it's hard to trust a mainstream source for feeds. God, TikTok is turning such trash with the feeds. Apparently, all you gotta do is wear a skimpy top and have some boobs, and you can get 1,000 followers on TikTok instantly. Nothing there. Anybody got a feed up? I need help. Help! Looking for a live feed of DC. Are trolls getting quiet yet? Yeah, because the feed's over. They're not crying anymore.
This is the story.
Ow. Loud? Wait, I heard her talk. That's not live. I wonder how much more of his base he's gonna lose because of this. Because of more government overreach. How long has this been going? I think this is what we saw earlier. Yeah, that's probably what we saw earlier. Let me see if I can find another one. Guys, tag me in Discord if you find a new live stream up. I'm checking all platforms right now. I want to see how this turns out. We already saw some counter protesters in there shoving people around, trying to be cool.
And yeah, and then you're tapped in for the loot.
Nothing on Twitch. CNBC TV 18, a good one? All right, let me check it out. They have a lot of live feeds up. Holy cow. I gotta be specific with them. Jeez Louise. Yeah, they got Orange Man talking in a loop. Where's Elon Musk with this? Where's he at? What's he got to say about all this? He got quiet real quick, didn't he? Where's Elmo? No, that one's on the loop too. Checking my Discord. Yeah, it's the same one I got up right here. It's the same one. There, we played that earlier. Yeah, Elon got really quiet. I haven't heard anything from him. He's probably trying to save his freaking companies now for being a dumbass. I'm sure someone told him to shut the fuck up or get out. I know at one point they were trying to replace him. All right, let's see what my TikTok feed, guys. We're going to wait around. I'm going to wait around and see if a new live stream happens with a march. But we're going to go to TikTok real quick, see what's on my feed. And then I'll pay attention in the background while it's going. Hopefully nothing crazy pops up here. Who knows? Let's get some reactions, yeah?
One of our tweets about the CNN story that it took Kristi Noem 72 hours to approve the search and rescue teams from FEMA to go over to Texas. And in this bizarre tweet where they're trying to deny the story, they kind of accidentally admit to it. So here was our post. It gets worse. Kristi Noem didn't authorize FEMA's deployment of urban search and rescue teams until Monday, more than 72 hours after the flooding began. Multiple sources told CNN, and you could see the Homeland Security account replies right here. This is a fake news live from CNN. This reporting is an unapparelled display of activist journalism, blah, 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 blah. Side note, did they mean unparalleled? I mean, look at this post. They wrote a book. But there was something in particular that they wrote that caught my eye, and it was this. They said, by Tuesday, FEMA had deployed 311 staffers providing support and shelter for hundreds of people. And that would seem to align exactly with CNN's reporting that Kristi Noem waited 72 hours until Monday evening to approve the deployment of these teams. So DHS and Kristi Noem, instead of responding to our tweets and posting Instagram polls like this, asking if Miss Blondie number 2 should be your official governor's portrait, how about you just do your damn job? Spread the word, follow along for more, and remember...
All right, what we got? We had Hegseth talking earlier, too. I don't want to play his dumbass.
Originally as two people in the car, and just keeps coming up to trucks here. Please move out of the way. Please, I'm going to widen out.
This is LA. This isn't DC, Washington, DC. Calm down,
we
trolls.
Don't know what's going to happen. I think the driver just ran out. The driver said, you can have it. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the driver said, I want nothing to do with it. See the rightful owner there?
Dang.
He's trying to get out of the way so that he doesn't get run over.
Thief steals a gas fuel tanker.
So I can only imagine how scared he is to see his semi being taken away.
Oh, hey, you know what? Hey,
who knows what is
hey,
in the
I'm
back
just
of his
gonna
semi.
say it. If Trump would lower gas prices, this shit wouldn't happen.
So if I can see the stickers on the back at some point, we'll try to read it and figure out what originally as two people in the car, and just keeps coming up to trucks here. Please move out of the way. Please, I'm going to widen out because again, this guy has a gun. We don't know what's going to happen. I think the driver just...
And stay with me. I'm going to take it to our Alex Stone, who is in Los Angeles, where we were talking with our Matt Gutman, who was on the streets there. Alex Stone, tell us exactly where you are as these immigration protests are intensifying once again in Los Angeles.
Kara, we're going to have to move back right now. We're getting hit by gas of some kind of either tear gas or a pepper gas right now that they're setting off here. The nose burns. The mouth burns as well. These protesters are unwilling. I'm good, thank you, sir. Are unwilling to move back, so they have been moving them back with different types of gas. You can see.
All right, we got a little bit more here. Someone's speaking out against this here.
Partners, but we offer up areas across our city where we can work with them in areas where we
This
know
is
that we
DC
want
Mayor
to reduce
Muriel
crime.
Bowser torches
And
Trump
so that
over
was the
federal
effort
police
on
takeover.
yesterday. We spent roughly about an hour just kind of planning and talking through what that's going to look like. On the heels of the announcement from the president today regarding the executive order and my directive from the mayor is that we will begin more intense planning efforts after I leave this press conference. I've also met with one of the other liaisons that have been assigned to work with the U.S. Marshal, along with myself, regarding the efforts around the city for how we will allocate resources. What I will say is this: our relationship with our federal partners is not new. We do this on a daily basis. We are very, very, very much in tune to having federal law enforcement officers working with us on our Capital Area Regional Task Force. Our federal partners work with us especially on some of our warrant executions. They work very, very closely with us with our Violent Crime Suppression Division, and it is my intent and my police department's intent to continue those efforts. What you will see is an enhanced presence. The second thing that's really important to me, and I'm speaking directly to our community, is that we have a relationship with our community that is very important to us, our community members. And so having our Metropolitan Police Department working alongside of our federal partners who have come into the city to really help us assess and deal with the crime, that some of the crime spikes that we have.
Hi, Sonny. Thanks for being
we
here.
We will work alongside them, but intentionally.
Everybody give
we
a
wanna
warm
make
welcome
sure
to
that our
Sonny
community
Bombsheller.
understands that we are there. We're going to be boots on the ground. If you see something, again, say something. We value those relationships, our community members, and I want to say thank you for all the work that you've done with the Metropolitan Police Department up to this point. Those relationships are very, very important to us, and we want to continue to build upon that and continue to enhance that. I'll turn it back over to Mayor Bowser now.
Okay, we'll take a few questions, and I'm joined by members of my public safety team, including Deputy Mayor Apia and Chief John Donnelly. Yes, please identify yourself.
New York Times. Do you think this was inevitable, or do you think the city, the council would stay?
This is, I don't know. I can't answer that question.
No,
and I think
that
that's
I was very, very focused in the last 2 years
I got a better feed here.
having the council pass laws that would allow judges to hold violent offenders, those accused of a violent offense, pre-trial. And I believe that provision has led to our very substantial decrease in shootings and homicides. Yep.
I wonder if you specifically speak to some of the concerns that U.S. Attorney Bureau has raised about her perception of lenient sentencing for youth charged with violent crimes. Do you think that's an issue? And as she suggested, potentially charging in some instances prosecuting youth as adults, is that a potential solution, or do you agree with that?
Well, the U.S. Attorney has the ability to prosecute youth for some crimes as adults. And I think she's interested in expanding that and possibly lowering the age. What I committed to her to do is look at all of the what's allowable in the law now, the types of crimes, working with the council, and working on some changes.
So do you agree with her, though, that needs to be expanded, or do you think that is an unhelpful solution?
I don't want to say right now, because that could mean a lot of things. We want to really analyze what we think would keep us safer, what the link to crime. I will say this, and this is, some of you are new to covering us and covering these issues, but I have been in my tenure of service very pro accountability. Okay, I am an accountability mayor. If
This is the mayor of Washington,
commit a
D.C.
crime in the district with a gun, there has to be accountability, and that's if you are an adult or if you are a juvenile. I don't think we always have that accountability. I think what was missing from the press conference a little bit earlier, however, is what people also don't know about the district. Our prosecutors are not local, okay? They elected by anybody here. They don't report to any of us. They are appointed by the president. We've also had a period of time where some of the very good police arrests that have been made were not prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office. So the prosecution is a federal element. Judges are appointed by the President of the United States as well. And so those are not local judges. They don't report to any of us. So that is a part of the federal system. So anytime we talk about crime in the district, it is part local and part federal that can make changes. All right, I'll take just a few more. Mark.
About removing homeless encampments and dealing with people in the district who are experiencing homelessness. Can you talk about what preparations that you're making, your administration is making,
We really haven't gotten any more detail about the plan, about the words that he said. It wasn't referenced in the executive order that came down, so we're going to work. And I believe he had a previous executive order that also identified Attorney General Bondi as a point of contact as it relates to homelessness and such. So we'll follow up with
He's
her.
probably going to try to send him to
Last two
Alligator
questions.
Alcatraz.
I want to go back again to the federal commissioner of the Metropolitan Police Department. It sounds like Chief has described this person very cold as an advisor, as a liaison, as something. The president, people were saying that person is very cold, is going to be in charge.
I can't really comment on that, Tom. I can only tell you what's in the executive order, and that's what controls. Yep. Can you identify yourself? Okay. What's your name? Okay. Thanks, Maddie.
Will David just be coordinating with law enforcement when it comes to increasing cemeteries?
I should warn you, it is incredibly disturbing.
Well, let me just say what MPD needs to be focused on, and it's violent crime. We simply, like our force, when the chief deploys every day and every night, is focused on people who are committing crimes in the district. So I'll leave it at that. Okay.
You testified to Congress after the 2020 racial justice protests when there was concern that Trump might take control over MPD at that time, but that would be a complete disaster, that you're worried that you're going to lose control of the city. Can you reflect on this moment today? Do you feel that you're at risk of losing control of the city? Are you worried this is going to be a complete disaster?
I'm going to work every day to make sure it's not a complete disaster. Let me put it that way. And I think that with Chief Smith's leadership and her expertise in both the federal space and the local space, we are going to do our level best to maintain, as the chief talked about, to maintain the trust that DC residents have in us. What could be a disaster is if we lose communities who won't call the police. That could be a disaster. What will be a disaster if communities won't talk to the police, if a crime has been committed and could help solve that crime. That could be a disaster.
So she's probably predicting huge ICE raids coming to the neighborhoods.
Committing crimes are antagonized into committing crimes. That would be a disaster. So we're going to work every day to get this emergency put to an end. I'll call it the so-called emergency.
Oh, so-called.
And continue to do our work. And at the same time, make sure that if these are like the law enforcement officers who are called, they're leaving their homes, their towns, maybe doing double shifts. If our National Guard are deployed, they're leaving their primary mission to come. We don't want their time to be wasted. We want to be strategic and work with them. But I'll end by saying this. If we know the tools that are available to the district if we are experiencing a surge in crime, and I put them in place before. It includes curfews. I've asked the council to pass emergency legislation. I've asked the Congress for additional funds. We've done all of those things. So there's nobody here, and certainly nobody who works for me, who wants to tolerate any level of crime. And I know it's frustrating sometimes to hear if I say our crime numbers have gone down, yet you've been a victim of crime. It doesn't matter to you if crime has gone down. if you were a victim or you know someone who is a victim. So we understand that. We work every day to stop crime. Thank you.
I don't even think they're in the top 20. That not like Memphis or Baltimore or Detroit. They're not even in like the top 20, I think.
Autonomy. Limited home rule gives the federal government.
I think it just looped back on us. But anyways, that's some from the mayor of D.C. Looking in for some feeds here. They said they were marching right now. I believe it should be 5 p.m. in Washington, D.C. Man, I woke up late. Did you guys wake up late today, too? I was up playing with Mercado last night on the last minutes of the open beta Battlefield 6. And, man, I woke up late. I woke up tired and late. Proud Boys are probably on their way down there right now. I can see that. So, more instigation. He's trying to start a fire. It's obvious. He tried to do this in Los Angeles with the takeover of the National Guard. He's trying to do it in Washington, D.C. There's going to be instigations for sure. I have a feeling tonight's gonna crack off a little bit. I have a feeling. Maybe not tonight, but, well, coming into this weekend, I think the protests are going to get larger when more people catch wind they organize. Because this is the beginning steps in D.C. It is going to be interesting to see. What do you guys think? You think he'll taco out on this? Oh my god, some of these MAGA casters are terrible. It looks like Democrats finally got to tour the ICE facility too in LA. Probably more to come on that. I'm not seeing any feeds up, guys. I doubt they just went home. I doubt they went home. You guys seeing anything from DC anywhere? Anything live that's not on repeat? Man, they're really doing a good job not covering this, aren't they? That's a bummer. Bunch of crybabies today. So sad. Try using bigger words next time, buddy. It's good you put your age in your name, though. That's cute. I don't see any live feeds of the actual march. Here's where I'm looking at. I'm going to live. Orange van, earlier, orange van. Okay, this might actually be live here. Nope, that's from earlier. I think that was from earlier. I don't remember hearing her talk.
25. Then the righteous will answer him.
Oh, yeah.
Lord, when was...
Yeah, they prayed earlier. We heard that. Protest at Heritage Foundation. Let's see what this guy has to say. Let's listen to this guy. He's on TikTok.
That's not it. That's not us. We're not going to do that. Then, of course, they got in power. They ticked off one by one. So, so here's what this is. This is peaceful protest. It is nonviolent resistance. There's a really interesting study that was done that says if 3.5% of a population engages in sustained nonviolent resistance, they're able to get the changes made that they are working for. And so here's what's wild. In the United States of America, a PRI study said that people who are progressive and religious constitute, I think it was 18% of the population of the United States. And so it doesn't take all of us. It doesn't take all of us to resist nonviolently and sustain that. It just takes a very small percentage, and that's what these people are doing. That's what people in all different parts of DC have done today and will be continuing to do in the days to come. If you haven't heard, the president has ordered the National Guard to be deployed here in DC, and has federalized the police force here. And I saw that last night. I was out in an area where I saw agents in tactical gear in groups of 10 patrolling an area that is the primary area for queer bars and clubs. They're going up and down the street. They were sort of camped out near a specific one for a
So this guy's saying they've already started operations.
night with a Latino DJ and mostly Spanish music. So I'm going to be back here tonight to show you around some of that. And I know that you don't all agree with me. And that's okay. We can agree to disagree. But here's the thing. I'm a practicing Christian, a practitioner of Christianity. When I read the Jesus story, here's what I see. He sees systemic injustice happening all of the time. And when he sees it, he doesn't ignore it. In fact, he resists it. He fights against that systemic injustice over and over. He uses his voice and whatever power that he has to fight against it. And that means that it's incumbent on people who want to follow the Jesus story to do the same when they find systemic injustice. And when that, and so when it, I've seen this happening over the course of this year,
Looks like Indian Air has now suspended flights till September 1st to Washington, D.C.
These mass raids that are taking American citizens under the guise of being illegal, and now it's come to my city. I live in the D.C. area, and so when it comes to you have to speak up. You have to use whatever voice you have, and this is the voice that I have. So I'm really, really glad that you joined me, and I'll be around later tonight. We'll be walking around and seeing some of the deployment that's already happening, that actually began. I don't know exactly when it began, but it was happening last night. People in tactical gear patrolling some streets that we'll be on later tonight. So,
Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. A lot of new viewers, I can tell. Some not so friendly, but it's fine. It's fine. Hit the like and subscribe for me. You can voice your opinion. If you get out of line, you'll just get silenced. But thank you guys for being here and helping the algorithm. I appreciate the hell out of it. Yeah. So I've noticed the feeds that have protests in them on TikTok get terminated. So they're doing, let's see if I can type it in, Washington, D.C. I wonder if they're going to have, let's see if we can do this, music festival. Anything? Get my elevator music going back. How's everybody doing today? Coffee today for breakfast, guys. See, that's what I'm talking about. All you gotta do is just... Look at this guy. Chill. AI. Oh my god, what the hell is that? I don't even want to click into that. Let's see if that guy can come back later like he said. He said tonight he's going to walk around. That's not live. Come on, baby. Someone's going to have a feed up. Somebody in Washington. I don't remember hearing this guy talk.
Instead of funding housing, Trump and his MAGA
yeah.
cronies.
Yeah, we heard him. That's not live. They're looping it now. Really, that's sus, guys. That's sus. I think we were on Associated Press earlier, too, and they're not even showing what's going on. Okay, I got a couple tags. Let's see if I can find something here. Jamie Dupree. Follow Jamie Dupree on X. Hold on, I'm gonna check this out. Follow. Let's see what Jamie Dupree's doing on X. I don't go to X anymore. So he says if Trump wants to keep control of DC police for more than 30 days, he will need a vote of approval in both the House and Senate. He's putting stats here too. Look, all the crime numbers dropping. January 3rd, 2025, violent crime in DC hits 30-year low. Sharing articles. This guy's on top of his shit. Be nice if he went live. God, I'm scared to death to even look at any of these except for Mercado's. I'm not an X fan anymore. It's hard to watch. X? What the? Yeah, X Twitter. Alright, let me go. Let me check again on the algo here. Nope, I'm just seeing a bunch of repeats. I think that's gonna be it for now. If something pops off, I'll go live again, guys. We're gonna wrap it up. We'll take a peek at the fundraiser too. If you guys haven't donated, please, in the pinned description, there is a fundraiser for Car for Ukraine for the 5th Border Guard. What's this? Nope, everything's calm. Yep, I don't see any live feeds from the protests, so we'll have to see if it's covered later. But I'm gonna go eat. I'm starving. I haven't ate yet. We saw some people protesting today, and then the feeds got cut, unfortunately. Trolls, thank you, trolls, for being here and absolutely helping the algorithm. I appreciate the hell out of it. Votnik's in the chat for the trolls. Shout out to the trolls today. Shout out to the trolls. Help the algorithm a bunch. All right, thank you guys for being here. I'll tune back in. I'll go live again if anything breaks with another stream. But it looks like all the feeds are cut. I'm not going to take any more of your time. I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go do stuff that I was going to do earlier today. And I will circle back later. I will be available all day for breaking news coverage. In the meantime, stay safe, guys. And if you find any live feeds, please tag me in my Discord. Join the Discord also, if you could. That'd help a bunch. Join the gaming channel. It's all in the description if you guys could. And also leave a comment after the stream. The comments help the algorithm a ton. I don't get a lot of comments afterwards. I'd appreciate the hell out of it. I'll take troll comments even. If you get out of hand, you'll get blocked in the comments. But go ahead, leave something. Help me out. Appreciate you guys. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Here's your outro. It's for you, trolls.
They wave their flags like
they own the sky, shouting loud but they don't know why. Books untouched, their minds run dry. Truth's a stranger, they pass right by. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. They chant the words they barely know, hollow pride in a shallow show, pointing fingers where the winds don't blow, building walls where the rivers flow. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. A patriot's heart should beat with grace, not with fists or a hate-filled face. If love's the seed, then let it grow, not in shadows, but where light will show. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame.
Why would you think Michelle Obama's a man?
Well, do a little research. Just do a little research.
But that's like out there.
What's out there is the fact that her walking out in a skirt, and there's an obvious bulge where there shouldn't be one.
Another day. Just run till you take your last breath. There's no time to sit around being lazy. Renegade junk is gonna grind out daisy. Survival schemes, raiding dreams like you don't care. Zombies crumbing on some bodies like a nightmare. Grabbing loot in the spawn might just fight there. And the goons shooting at me, yeah, we're out there. Keep the thing dry, light a fire if you're crazy. Survivors out there shooting, yeah, that's day. They try to take my loot, but I'm fast and I'm sneaky. Hearing footsteps in the woods, yeah, that's creepy. But I'm a wolf and all of you looking sheepy. Knock you one gone, now you feeling little sleepy. Waking up, your loot's gone, don't go crazy. Another day, another death, yeah, that's Daisy. Hear the bullets crack by your head, make you screech. Run, cover, keep your gun by your reach. Wear your armor and a helmet is what we preach. Or get your ass sent back to the beach. Clean your water, cook your food, wash your hands. Keep one eye on the bad guy and your friends. Watch for killers who shoot at you through a lens. But this is how the story always ends.